A crucial league match for both sides, and Aberdeen's poor performance in midweek is reflected by the size of the crowd inside Pittodrie this afternoon. It's also been reflected by some changes in the lineups, and Joe Miller and Davy Dodds are out of the side, and back in the fold, the man who's been allowed to move if a suitable offer is received, is John Hewitt, to set that chance up, and it's Peter Weir sliding the ball beyond the far post. Well, what a start that was for Aberdeen. All created from the throw on the right, involving Grant and Hewitt. When the ball came slanting across the penalty box, Peter Weir arrived late and almost turned the ball in. So Dundee United have been forced to make one change. Billy Kirkwood is suspended, he's out of the side. John Holt has stepped back into the number 2 jersey. And back in midfield, after incurring the wrath of Jim McLean for some substandard performances, is Eamon Bannon. There he is, back in his midfield role, hoping to make an impression to retain his place for the match against Barcelona on Wednesday night. Peter Weir never quite got the ball under control. There goes Robertson. Taken out of the play by Holt. Free kick's been given to Aberdeen. Quickly taken, shot back to McLeish. That's sent wide for Hewitt. Going inside Malpass. Bet. Good running by Robertson. Chance for Grant. And fine play from Aberdeen. Brian Grant coming very close indeed to the opening goal. Set up from the edge of the box. Bet's pass finding David Robertson with that very positive run. He pulled the ball square. There was Grant with a left foot shot just over the top. A good play from McLeish going away from Ferguson. Switching play to the far side to David Robertson. That's for Connor. Grant beaten to the ball by Neary. And a delicate layoff there from Bannon beats Weir and releases Holt. Gallagher. Ferguson. Gallagher took a knock from Miller after he played the pass away. Sturrock now attacking McKimmie. That's for Bannon, and a fine tackle by McLeish. The ball is still in play though as Bannon retrieves it. Gallagher trying to get the shot on target. Bit of pressure now building up from Dundee United for about the first time in the match. There's Sturrock. Up goes Redford. Holt is also in the box. Cleared by Robertson. Grant to Connor. The tackle came from John Clark, and it's penalised by referee Delaney. Clearly took the view that Clark came in with a challenge which was too high. McLeish through the middle. Neary wins it for United. Malpass. Sturrock. Neary under pressure from Grant, and here's Hewitt now with a chance, but John Clark stretching his legs, showing an amazing turn of speed. Clark to get across the bows of John Hewitt, who's one of the quickest players in the country. Came off Bannon as the sun comes out now at Pittodrie. Pleasant afternoon. Peter Weir got the vital touch. He has Hewitt waiting in the middle. Weir trying to make the pass accurate, and there's Grant's header. Smothered on the line by Thompson. Well, that was a fine chance for Brian Grant. One he may feel he should have taken. It was Weir who sprinted clear on the left. He only had Hewitt inside initially. He waited for support to arrive, measured the cross to the head of Brian Grant, and he didn't get full power into the header, allowing Thompson to save. Robertson's header beyond McAnally. Grant controls it. Looking for support. He was forced to turn back to pick up Willie Miller. Pass with the header. Grant cuts it off. Then Neary. Miller to McKimmie. Neary linking with Redford, but there's Connor charging forward in midfield, stopped by Malpass. Connor looking very eager indeed in the Aberdeen midfield. McKimmie playing it across. There's Hewitt. Brilliant striking. The shot in the end, too direct. But this was superb play inside the box. As the ball came over, look at the way Hewitt controls it, spins, turns in the one movement, and rifles a shot straight at Thompson. There's Kevin Gallagher. Now Bannon. Stark is there, so is Willie Miller, and there's Redford. It's off the line by Stark. And United simply didn't have enough support in the box. Aberdeen were living dangerously there. Well, was the ball coming across, which Stark got a touch to, so did Willie Miller. It came right across, spinning high in the air to Redford, nodding it down. There was no one there to cash in for Dundee United. There's Malpass, McInally, Clark. Long ball wide for Ferguson to chase. Robertson is happy to let that run for the throw. Weir's header, there's Grant. Now Connor. A little bit too intricate in that tight situation, so the throw to Dundee United. Stark got a touch. Here's McLeish. So 5 minutes of a very interesting first half left. Aberdeen holding sway for long periods, but without being able to break down the United defence. Stark with a good pass. Here's Connor. Stark again, laying it off for Weir. Fine effort from Weir. It was deflected for the corner kick. With a good build-up there involving Connor and Stark, and then Peter Weir going into a shooting position, getting a deflection into the side netting for the corner kick. Weir's outswinger, too long for Willie Miller. Bannon holding off Miller. Down goes Malpass. So a little exchange between Malpass and Miller, international colleagues. But clearly no love lost on this occasion. In direct opposition, it's a Dundee United free kick. Willie Miller, the man penalised. Willie Miller turns it back. So we're inside the final minute of the first half, in which Aberdeen have had the better strikes on goal, but they have nothing to show for their domination for lengthy periods in the first half. United looking thoroughly resilient. Billy Thompson picking it up, but not making too many telling forays into attack. The United side, they've been bottled up for long periods in midfield. They haven't had much of a chance to get Gallagher and Ferguson operating through the middle. And there goes the half-time whistle. No scoring, but the closest to a goal undoubtedly coming from Aberdeen, notably when Brian Grant had the left foot shot from the cross from David Robertson, which skimmed the crossbar. One or two other good attempts in goal. But at half-time at Pittodrie, it's Aberdeen 0, Dundee United 0. Dundee United smarting, no doubt, from the words from their manager Jim McLean at half-time. Get it underway in the second half, and a very important 45 minutes to come, because Dundee United are very much in the Premier League race, and they will undoubtedly have been told to banish any thoughts about Barcelona in midweek from their minds and stick to the task in hand. And that's a foul by Willie Miller on Gallagher. Willie Miller will have to go to referee Delaney, I'm sure, before the free kick is taken. The referee Delaney having a word with the Aberdeen skipper for that wrapping tackle on Gallagher. So a free kick outside the box. Now remember, John Clark is a man with tremendous power from these dead ball positions, so I wonder if he may test Jim Leighton. Ian Redford is also there. So a long wall is built up by Aberdeen. Well, no threat there to Leighton. Clark unable to keep the ball on target. Here's Bet, the man whom Aberdeen will be depending upon to calm things down and put these passes together. That's not a good one though, picked up by McInally. There's Stark now for Aberdeen. That's good play from Stark. David Robertson. Playing it against John Holt for the corner kick. A superb build-up there from Billy Stark, creating an angle to send the pass to Robertson initially, and young Robertson working hard to try and get the crossover. McLeish and Stark right into the 6-yard box on that near post. And Weir sends it over. John Clark won it. This is Connor. Good effort from Connor. A delightful chip shot from Robert Connor. The corner kick was nodded firmly out by John Clark. Connor clearly made up his mind instantly what he wanted to do. Controlled the ball and then flighted it towards that top corner. And it's just about a couple of feet out. Grant recovering well after the initial stumble. He's got help inside in the form of Bet. Willie Miller also linking in midfield. Redford penalised for obstruction. So Miller stays forward, so does McLeish. Bet's free kick, up goes Stark. Headed away by Malpass. Gallagher with a return pass to Redford. This is promising for Dundee United on the break, if they can cash in quickly before Aberdeen get men back. Here's Sturrock. Gallagher is off on a run ahead of him. That's for McInally. Good play from McInally. This needs an accurate cross. Bannon at the far side of the box. Redford, a little dinked ball forward towards Ferguson. This is Gallagher. Now Sturrock again. Heading for the byline. Superbly struck by Bannon. 10 minutes into the second half and United go ahead. And a superb goal from Eamon Bannon. Credit though to Paul Sturrock for the way in which he took on Alec McLeish to head for the byline. That driven cross, a very difficult ball to take first time. And Bannon fairly thumps it into the roof of the net. Grant playing it wide for Hewitt. Weir is a supporting player. It's a fine cross, it's beyond Thompson. No, it's a fine save by the keeper. It looked as though the ball had beaten Billy Thompson from Peter Weir's cross. With the big keeper stretching himself, collecting it very confidently. Gallagher goes on a run. He's away from Robertson. There's McKimmie. Malpass picks up the loose ball. Good play from United. There's Malpass. Well, Maurice Malpass doesn't score many goals, hasn't made it this season so far, and that might be as close as he's come. Here's Weir, making room for himself brilliantly. Jim McInally wouldn't be denied, but he's conceded a free kick. Peter Weir anxious to get on with it. Aberdeen may be feeling that their league chances are slipping away permanently if they lose this afternoon. They had the chance, and it's Brian Grant again. Set up on the left by Peter Weir. Sending over the low cross, and there was Grant turning on the ball inside the box with a left foot shot, and again it's just inches too high. Here's Bannon. Playing it against his own man, John Holt. Connor forcing it forward to Grant. Hewitt is ahead in the inside right position. Bet arriving late. There's Grant lining up the shots. Well, Brian Grant clearly formed the view that there was no Aberdeen player in a better position, so he got the ball forward, lined up that right foot shot, and in the end it certainly wasn't far away. So a free kick to United. McInally was the man fouled. United leaving it again to John Clark. High ball for Bannon to challenge. There's Gallagher, and United almost made it 2, and there must be questions being asked among the Aberdeen defenders. That high ball from Clark won by Eamon Bannon, and Gallagher almost sneaked in for the second goal. Grant playing it wide for Connor. Bannon barring the path. Cleared by Neary, only as far as Jim Bett. This is Weir. Bett once again. Near post ball, there's Porteous! Off the underside of the bar, and that escape for Dundee United. Well, what a let-off that was. Aberdeen couldn't come any closer. The ball played across from Bett. There was Porteous, who needed a flick. It came off mal past the underside of the bar and out to safety. Bett now playing it across. Thompson's committed, and that's good goalkeeping. Well, just 2 minutes left, and Aberdeen wondering what they have to do to get back in terms. Jim McLean is now in the dugout, and as you can see, going crazy about the possibility of letting this lead slip. So then another high ball forward. Gallagher trying to be first to the ball. What a thorn in the flesh of this Aberdeen defence he has been all afternoon. Kevin Gallagher goes down, but he is the man penalised for using his arms unfairly before he was bundled down by Connor. So the clock very much the enemy for Aberdeen now. Referee Delaney checking his watch. It looks like a dramatic victory for Dundee United. And indeed, there goes the final whistle. Dundee United are the winners. They go on with serious prospects of winning the Premier League Championship, and of course they have had the perfect boost thanks to that goal from Eamon Bannon 10 minutes into the second half for the match against Barcelona on Wednesday night.
Jim, a great result, but how did you feel about the performance overall?
Well, to be completely honest, I was very pleased. There was a vast improvement in our performance today from recent matches, and I think it had to be to beat Aberdeen. But beyond any shadow of doubt, it gives us a lot more confidence now going into the Barcelona game. But I think the players have been waiting in the Barcelona game anyway. The results have been tremendous, although performances could have been a wee bit better. But very pleased with today's performance.
So as far as Barcelona is concerned, do you feel this is a big boost for the players?
Well, I think we're ready. As long as the injuries that we've got from today, we've quite a few knocks. If they're all fit for Wednesday, I think we couldn't be better prepared than what we are at the moment because of the results we've had. And also we've left the team alone with not having too many injuries in the past. Paul Hegarty will hopefully come through a reserve game today at Tannadice, and he could possibly even sit on the bench. But as I said, we'll just keep my fingers crossed. There's always something to worry about for me, but we'll keep my fingers crossed that the injuries clear up. But I'm very, very happy with the preparation now after today.
Well, it's going to be a big night on Wednesday, and of course a big treat for the Dundee fans to see players like Gary Lineker.
I think in Dundee, the United fans, most certainly it's a big, big day for them, and they're very, very fond memories of the previous game and the results against Barcelona previously. And everybody's really excited and looking forward to it. And what we've got to do is not only do a job for ourselves, we've got to do a job for Scottish football. It's been really, really tremendous walking along the track today, the amount of Aberdeen people that wished us all the best before. As we were entering after the game, and some of them even before the game were wishing us all the best.
Thank you, Jim, and we all wish you well on Wednesday night. So there's a very happy Jim McLean. But what about the manager who will be occupying the visiting dugout on Wednesday at Tannadice? That's, of course, the Barcelona manager, Terry Venables. What does he feel about facing Dundee United at Tannadice?
We're in no doubt it's going to be a very difficult game. There was 8 teams left, and I think 3 of the strongest teams, Dundee would have been one of them, and no doubt about that. I think it's going to be very difficult for us, especially away from home, because they've got a good atmosphere there. They'll have a good following, and they really get behind their team. So we know that we've got a hard job on our hands, but let's go and see what happens. We know that they've got a lot of talented players in their team, very much so. They've got quite a few international players. As I said before, we're in no doubt. They've got a good record in the European Cup. The manager certainly knows what he's doing. I've got a very high regard for him. He does his own work and he lays his foundations very well. So I'm looking forward to the game a lot because well, it's nice to get back to Great Britain as well now and again. Our game is slightly advanced more towards an English style of play. It's not an English system, but it goes towards a more direct game and a quicker game than what you normally see on the continent. I'm not telling these tales out of school here because obviously they've seen us play. We obviously like to play football, but we try to play a little bit towards the way they play. I think Dundee are a good football team as well, and this is why I think it's going to be enjoyable over 2 games, that both teams want to play football, and I hope it's a spectacular and football wins, and I hope both sets of supporters thoroughly enjoy the game. I know I'm looking forward to it.
So it's going to be quite a night on Wednesday.